Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Navin, and today we'll be looking at previous year questions of IIFT, XAT, NMAT, and SNAP, part 3. I hope you guys are aware that IIFT will not be conducting its own exam this year. It will be taking this course of CAT, and the subsequent processes will be that of IIFT themselves. And that means very complicated questions, especially when it comes to permutation and combination, trigonometry, and to some extent algebra. You do not have to worry about it. But when it comes to XAT, they still give you questions on trigonometry and algebra and PNC, of course. PNC is generally of easy to moderate level. They will never give you an advanced level questions. But XAT does give you a question on PNC where it requires a very good, concept. Okay, the word problems are very, very beautifully written when it comes to XAT. So let's begin with our session today. So good afternoon everyone. First question. A boat station at the north of a lighthouse is making an angle of 30 degrees with the top of the lighthouse. Simultaneously, another boat station at the east of the same lighthouse is making an angle of 45 degrees with the top of the lighthouse. What will be the shortest distance between these two boats? The height of the lighthouse is 300 feet. Assume that both the boats are of negligible dimensions. So whenever you have a 3D trigonometry based question just like this, so drawing the figure is very important. That means understanding the question is very important, right? So we're talking about a north and the east, right? So let's say this is the lighthouse we are talking about. Okay. And we have a boat that is stationed to the north. So if we try to show north on a two-dimensional plane, it will look like upwards and east will look like right, isn't it? So in order to make it a three-dimensional figure and easy to understand, let's draw an inclined or a slant figure. Okay, so I'm going to take this one as north, and let's say this is the ship we have. Okay, and then the east, I'm going to take this one. So this is the east one. So this is the east ship and this one is the north one. Okay. So if you look at the north ship, it makes an angle of 30 degrees with the top of the lighthouse. And if we talk about the east ship, it makes an angle of 45 degrees with the top of the lighthouse. Having given that the height of the lighthouse is 300 feet. So there are two right angle triangles here, isn't it? So we have one right angle triangle, which is a 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle. The other right angle triangle is a 45, 90, 45 right angle triangle. So if I pick the north lighthouse, which makes an angle of 30 degrees, where this is 300, this length, then what is the base or what distance is it away from the lighthouse, right? So this one is going to be 60 degrees. So opposite to 30, if you have 300, then opposite to 60, you will have root 3 times of that 300, which is going to be 300 root 3, which means that this distance is 300 root 3. Let's take the next right angle triangle, which is 45, 90, 45 right angle triangle. So this is 45. So the height of the lighthouse is the same, which is 300. So the base or the distance of the eastern boat from the lighthouse is going to be the same length as that of the height of the lighthouse, right? This is an isosceles right angle triangle, you know? So which means that this is going to be 300. Now we are asked to calculate the distance between the two boats, right? So if we talk about the distance between these two boats, so this is the distance that we have to look into. Now, in order to understand what we have to do next is, let's watch this particular scenario from the top. As in, suppose we are on the helicopter and we are stationed right above the lighthouse. So this is what we will be seeing. This is the lighthouse. To the north of it, at a distance of 300 root 3, you will find the first boat. Then to the east of it, at a distance of 300 feet, you will be finding the second boat. The angle between them is 90, right? The direction east and north, they are at 90 degrees. So what will be the distance between them? So we can use the Pythagoras theorem, or we can simply look at the values. 300 and root 3, it directly tells us that this one is going to be 30 degrees, this one is going to be 60 degrees. Why? Because if opposite to 30 you have a, then opposite to 60 you will have root 3 times of that. Once this is known, we can very much understand that the hypotenuse of a 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle will be twice the smallest side, which will give us 600. So 600 is the answer. Okay. Next question. An article is marked X% above the cost price. A discount of 2/3 of X% is given on the mark price. If the profit is 4% of the cost price and the value of X lies between 25 and 50, then the value of 50% of X is what? Right? A typical XAT question where they do not give you the actual values in profit, loss and discount, they give you based on variables. So two ways to solve it: write down the equations, you will most probably get a quadratic or something like that, or use the options. Options will take some time, but still doable. So two things to understand is 2/3 of X%, we will prefer it not to be a fraction. Okay? We preference karenge. That means X should be in the table of 3. So let's start with the options that are in the table of 3. Let's start with 12 and 15. Right? 2/3 of 12, 50% of X is 12. So 100% will be also in the table of 12. 50% of X is 16. It will be in the table of 16. 16 ka double hoga, which will not be in the table of 3. Right? So 15% of X is given. So if I start with option A, from here can we say X is 24? Now, the question changes that there is an article which has a cost price which is marked above by 24%, and then there is a discount of 2/3 of 24, which is going to give us a 16% discount, such that the profit is 4%. So does this happen? I mean, will this work? So we can use the formula A plus B plus AB upon 100. So we will have 24 minus 16 minus 24 into 16 upon 100. If you try to solve it, don't solve it entirely. This itself is 8 and this is not going to be 4, so that you get overall 4. Ye point mein aayega na? Because the 100 is not going to get cancelled out with 24 and 16. So this will not be equal to 4, right? So this is 8 minus something point something, जो definitely 4 नहीं देगा as per the question. So A is not our answer. Let's check the next option. If 50% of X is 15, that would mean that X is going to be 30. This tells us that the cost price, it will be 30% above the cost price you will be getting the mark price. And then 2/3 of X%, 2/3 of 30 is 20% decrease. This will result in a 4% ka profit. Let's see if it works out. So we will have 30 minus 20 into 30 upon 100. And if you try to solve it, this is going to give you 10. This one is going to give you a 6, which results in a 4. Plus mein aa raha hai, so it makes sense. So D is the answer. If this would have not worked out, suppose in the worst case scenario, 2/3 of X%, we really wanted it to be integer, but the case was such that it was some fraction, then we will prefer the easiest number out of the 3. We will start with 20 then. Okay, so this is how you should proceed. Okay, next question. Find the largest 5-digit number which when divided by 4, 9 and 11 leaves the same but largest remainder for all the 3 numbers. So since we do not have calculators when it comes to IIFT, so there are 2 ways to solve this: using equations, other one is using options, right? So first step is we will check divisibility of all of this. What is the largest remainder which is when divided by 4, 9 and 11 you can get? 3, right? उससे बड़ा तो नहीं हो सकता, because if you divide a number by 4, the largest is 3. If you divide a number by 9, see, it says it leaves the same remainder, no? So for 9, with 9 also it should give you 3. 3 से बड़ा नहीं हो सकता. Now it's easier because now we will be using divisibility rule of 4, 9 and 11 to find out if we are getting 3 or not. And we'll not start with option A, we would rather start with the largest of these numbers. So the largest of these numbers is C option. Let's start with this. If I divide this by 4, 4 का divisibility rule last 2 digits होता है, I will be getting the remainder as 1. 64 तक जाएगा. So C is not your answer. The next largest number is 45. If I divide this by 4, I will again get the remainder as 1. So this is not the answer, this is not the answer. The next largest number is 99795. Now 95 when divided by 4 gives you a remainder of 3. Perfect. Let's check with 9 now. For 9 we will have to add the digits. If we add the digits we will have 999 and 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 when divided by 9 gives you a remainder 3. Abhi bhi 3 aa raha hai. So with 4 also we are getting remainder 3. With 9 also we are getting remainder 3. The last one is to check with 11. So for 11, the divisibility rule being you take the alternate digits or the digits at the odd places and subtract the digits at the even places. And this gives you the remainder, right? So this will again give you a 3. So with 11 also we are getting the remainder as 3. So D is going to be the answer. Yeah. Hi Ashwani, Shank, Archana. Sumant, I have one doubt regarding work section in CAT form. I joined NMAT right after my BTech and left job in 2023. After that, preparing only for CAT. Do I need to write gap as 0? Are you talking about the gap between your graduation, between your schooling, or gap after your work experience? As in gap after your college? Because after the college, you do have a gap, right? From February to right now, August, you are not working. But if you're talking about between colleges, of course, you did not have gap, assuming that you started with your engineering right after 12th. Okay? Any more doubt? Okay. ठीक है. तो किधर गया? Hold on. ठीक है? D is the answer. Next question. 10 boxes are there. Each has 10 Mariquin, which have 2 legs each. With each Mariquin, 10 bags are kept, where each bag has 10 plastic cats and each plastic cat has 10 rubber kittens. Both cat and kitten have 4 legs each. Find the total number of legs in all the boxes. So snap question, very straightforward. When you have such successive inclusion, you multiply. So there are 3, let's say there are 3 houses. Each house has 4 people. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 ki jagah, you simply say 3 houses, each house has 4 people, so 3 into 4. So we have 10 boxes are there. Okay. Each box has 10 Mariquin. So if we multiply it with 10, now instead of boxes, we will have the Mariquin, which have 2 legs each. They have 2 legs each. So we can say that there are a total of 200 legs. Okay. Then it says with each Mariquin, as in this will continue. 10 bags are kept. So we have 10 bags further. Where each bag has 10 plastic cats. So 10 plastic cats. So we have these many cats. ठीक है, यहाँ तक bags तक थे, यहाँ तक Mariquin तक थे. So now we have these many cats, right? And each cat has 4 legs. So if we multiply it with 4, we will be getting this as we don't need these 2, no, because Mariquin ka we don't need the legs. It's with the Mariquin, right? So these many legs we are going to have for cats. So this is going to give us 4 followed by 4 zeros. So 40,200. 40,200 किधर दिख रहा है? Scale C में दिख रहा है. I don't have to check for kittens. Cats तक में if I only see 200 itself tells us कि D and A cannot be the answer. And the moment I look into the number of legs of cats, I'll get 40,000 legs. So 40,200 इधर ही है. B option is 4,200. So C यहीं पर रुक जाते हैं. Let's not calculate the entire legs. So far we are at 40,200 legs. So far. इससे ज़्यादा ही होएगा. Right? So C is the answer. So you have to play smart. Every time you are solving every step, keep on looking at the option. Maybe you have reached the correct option, which will still be the same answer even if you proceed. बहुत 2-3 मिनट बाद भी घूम फिर के वहीं पहुंचोगे. So try to follow the pattern. The last digit, a number is going to be in the table of a certain number. ऐसे ऐसे करके. Okay, next question. A sum of rupees 1440 is lent out in 3 parts in such a way that the interest on first part at 2% for 3 years, second part at 3% for 4 years, and third part at 4% for 5 years are equal. Then the difference between the largest and the smallest sum is. Okay. NMAT. Typical NMAT. So the answer should have been cannot be determined here. Reason being, we don't know what kind of interest we are working on. Nowhere it is given whether it is simple or compounded. But since nothing is mentioned and it's NMAT, which is conducted by GMAT, they really do not pay a lot of attention in compound interest. So we are going to assume it's a simple interest case. Yeah, assumption. Okay. So that is one part. Looking at the exam, we decide kya karna hai. If there is some, some contradiction in whatever you are aware of. The second part about simple interest is if you have 2% rate of interest for 3 years, that is equivalent to 6% rate of interest for 1 year. Or that is same as 1% rate of interest for 6 years. Or that is same as 60% rate of interest for 0.1 years, as long as the product is 6, 2 into 3. फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. So can we say the first part plus second part plus third part is 1440. First part ka 2 into 3 6 is same as second part ka 3 into 4 which is 12, which is same as third part ka 4 into 5 which is 20. From here I can simplify and say that this is 3, this is 6 and this one is 10. 2 से divide कर दिया. Next step is not to solve the equations but rather find out the ratio. So मैं P1 is to P2 is to P3 calculate करना चाहूँगा. Now how do you calculate P1, P2, P3 quickly whenever you have something like this? P1 के पास 3 already है. Give P1 the other two values which are 6 and 10. Similarly, P2 already has a 6, so give the other two values to P2. P3 already has a 10, so give P3 the other two values which are 3 and 6. So from all of this, we will be able to remove 6. So this is 10 is to 5 is to 3. So the total amount that you see here is 10 plus 5 plus 3 which is 18. Total amount 18 दिख रहा है interest, but the interest given is 1440. So आप क्या करते हो? Then you check कि how many times is this. So this is 80 times. 18 into 8 144 होता है. So 18 into 80 will become 1440. Now the question asked is find the difference between the largest and the smallest. So the difference between largest and smallest is 7. So difference is 7 and multiplier is 80. So 7 into 80 560 हो जाएगा. Anyways, the difference is 7. This would have given us definite key A, C, D नहीं हो सकता answer because the only two options which are in the table of 7 are 560 and 350. So I had looked into it while I was solving. मेरा ध्यान उधर जा रहा था. That's why I solved until the end, because just by looking at a number in the table of 7, we will not get an answer. Rather, we will be able to eliminate 3 of them out of 5. So 560 becomes our answer. Right? So ratio निकालने में जो time लगेगा वही लगेगा. And you have to be quick. You should know the shortcuts. Next question. Okay, so this is a data sufficiency question, very atypical for that. Okay, so Harry and Sunny have randomly picked 5 cards, each from a pack of 10 cards. Numbers from 1 to 10. Who has randomly picked the card with number 2 written on it? So we have 10 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Harry ने 5 pick करे, 5 cards. And Sunny has picked the remaining 5. ठीक है? Sum of the numbers on the cards picked by Harry is 5 more than that of Sunny. See, the sum total is 45. And if Harry ka, using statement 1, okay, if you talk about Harry, so Harry ke cards ka sum is 5 more than that of Sunny, such that the total sum of the cards is 45. So we can say Sunny ka cards ka sum 20 or Harry ka 25. Now in how many ways can we make 20? We can make 20 by taking 10, 9 and 1. इतने से 20 हो सकता है, but that's 3 cards. So if we take, if we look into 20, so can we say सारे 5 ले लो पहले तो? We need 4 5s, but we need 5 cards, right? So let's change 5 and 5 to be 4 and 6. And then we need another 10 from 3 cards. How can we have 10 from 3 cards? We can have 10 from 3 cards by taking 1, 2 and 7, right? Or I can take 3 and 7. ये भी 10 देता है. Now I need another 10. For that, what I can do is I can take 1, 4 and 5. So that is 10. So Sunny may have a 2, Sunny may not have a 2. So question में है कि किसने उठाया? So in this particular scenario, Harry must have picked it. Sunny picked it. In the second scenario, Harry picked it. So from the first statement, we are definitely not going to get the answer. So statement 1 alone is not sufficient. Either of them is also not sufficient. So the answer is either B or D or E. Now let's use the second statement. One has exactly 4 even numbered cards while the other has exactly 4 odd numbered cards. So 4 even and 1 odd. So second statement. I think I will have to hide myself. अभी ज़्यादा लिखना पड़ेगा. So which one has 4 even and 4 odd? So if we look at the cases, Harry or Sunny का ही. So let's pick up Sunny. ठीक है? 20 बनाना है. Let's say 4 odd and 1 even से. So we do have 3, 7, 1, 5, 4 odd and 1 even. In this case, Harry has a 2. Okay. Now if I take 4 and 6, that is 10, and I need another 2 even. 2 even, और मेरे को उधर से 2, 3, 5. नहीं, this is giving me 3 even and 2 odd. Okay, what if I don't try to make 10? What if I try to make another case? मतलब अलग तरीके से. 4 even numbers and an odd number. Will it ever give me a 20? No, because 4 even numbers will be even and the odd number will be odd. So that is not possible, right? Okay. Now I have to think of 4 odd numbers and 1 even number for Sunny. अब ये 20 बन सकता है because sum of 4 odds is even and 1 even is also even. So for that 4 odd numbers, what I will do is I'll pick 1 and 9, that is 10. I need another 10 For that, what I can do is I can pick up 3, 5 and 2. So this gives us 20. 1 plus 9 is 10. 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 2 is 10. So these are the two cases. Again, what happens? हमें नहीं पता कि Harry gets a 2 or Sunny gets a 2. So using the second statement alone also we have no idea. तो अब बात आती है combine करने की. So Acha, we were combining only, no? Some of the numbers on the cards picked by Harry is 5 more than that of Sunny. And one has exactly 4 even numbered cards while the other has exactly 4 odd numbered cards. Actually, we were using both of them. Because second alone se, we will not get the answer, right? 4 even to koi bhi ho sakte hain, if the count is not known. So if I take 19352, the other one will have 7, 4, 6, 8 and 10. अरे यार शुरुआत से गलती हो गया. 10 तक का sum is 55 ना. If it is 55, so one is going to have 30, another is going to have 30. 30 and 25. So it was a mistake all along. Sorry. That was a mistake. We'll have to redo it. Using the first statement, some of the numbers on the cards picked by Harry is 5 more. Okay. See, I have to make 25 using 5 cards. Right? So we can make 25 using 5 cards by taking 5 each. So I can take a 5 here, I can take 4 and 6, and I can take 2 and 8. Or I can take 5, I can take 3 and 7, I can take 1 and 9. This all will give you 25. So these are the two cases that I have drawn. इस case में Sunny has a 2, right? In the second case, Harry has a 2. इस case में Sunny के पास है, इसमें Harry के पास है. So who has the card with 2 written on it? We don't know. So from the first one, we are not getting the answer. So 1 गया, either गया. Okay. Let's forget about the numbers now. Second statement simply says one has 4 even numbered cards while the other has 4 odd numbered cards. So Harry can have 4 even, 1 odd, because we have 5 even and 5 odd. Idhar ko count karo, 5 odd and 5 even cards we have. And Sunny can have 4 odd and 1 even. Or maybe Harry has 4 odd and 1 even, and Sunny has 4 even and 1 odd. Now, 2 is an even number. Where does it go? We have no idea. So, from second also, we are not going to get the answer. अब combine करना पड़ेगा हमें. Combination would mean Harry should have 30, Sunny should have 25, and one of them is going to have 4 odd 1 even and 4 even 1 odd. Well, the only possibility is, देखो 25 बनाना है ना. So we are bound to have a 5 here. ठीक है. And we will have 4 even and 1 odd only possible. We can't have 4 odd and 1 even. ये नहीं हो सकेगा. Why? Because if you have 4 odd numbers, think about it. The sum is even so far. Even आएगा ना ये. And then when you add the 5th even number, your overall sum will be even, but 25 is an odd number. So that's why 4 odd and 1 even is not possible for 25. You don't have to make cases. You don't have to करने के चल try करते हैं. हो ही नहीं सकता है. Because 4 odd and 1 even, irrespective of any number in this world you take, will always be even. You can never get 25. आपको मैं छूट दे दूं 1 से 10 के अलावा कुछ भी ले लो आप. So 4 odd and 1 even when it happens, 4 even and 1 odd when it happens. So 5 is going to be there, right? 5 तो होगा ही होगा. Now we need 4 even numbers. So for 4 even numbers, 4 and 6 will give us a 10 and 2 and 8 will give us a 10. और तो 10 नहीं बन सकता. Remember, we can't take 3 and 7 because we need 4 even. So in this case, we definitely know that Sunny के पास 2 आना ही आना है. We are dealing with the first case from the first statement. So using both these statements, we'll be able to get the answer. Not individual, or we do not need additional information. Right? Hold on. 55 कहाँ की बात कर रहे हो? Which question? Which question are you guys talking about? 55? अच्छा, इसी क्वेश्चन में. हाँ, वो मुझसे गलती हो गया. I just checked it. So both statements are required. ठीक है? D is the answer. हाँ, वो I mistakenly took it as sum of numbers from 1 to 9. I should have taken 1 to 10. So that was the mistake. Excuse me. IIFT question, right? A granite stone has been purchased to build the kitchen platform and dining area of Mr. Kumar's bungalow. The cost of the stone varies directly with the square of its weight. So price varies directly as the square of its weight. The stone broke into 4 parts whose weights are in the ratio 2, 4, 7, 11. If the granite stone had broken into 4 equal parts of weight, then it would have led to a loss of 73,600. What is the actual cost of the original granite stone? Five into perfect square. 19,432. 10,368. If we had the calculator, it would have been very quick. ठीक है, अभी देखते हैं. See, instead of taking them as the ratios, let's assume कि यही values थे. ठीक है. If you see, the weights are 2, 4, 7 and 11 kgs or tons or pounds, whatever the unit of weight is. So the price here is going to be 2 का square plus 4 का square plus 7 square plus 11 square, right? So this is going to give us 4 plus 16 plus 49 plus 121. Now 4 plus 16 is 20. 49 plus 121 is 180. So this results in 200. So price जो है वो 200. Second scenario, they're saying if it would have broken into 4 equal parts of weight. So right now the sum of the weights is 7 plus 11 is 18, 18 plus 2 is 20, plus 4 is 24. 24 hai. And if 24 has to be broken down 4 equal parts, each part is going to result in a 6 ka unit. So it will be 6 square, 6 square, 6 square, 6 square. That would become the price, which is going to be 4 times 36, which results in 144. Now, there is a loss in the amount. कितने का loss है ये? This is a loss of 56 rupees. But in the question, it is given as 73,600. So multiply, कितना times है? Whatever times this is, the same times we are going to have for the others. Now 56 is 560 and right, sometimes ये 176, so we need another 176. 56 का 3 times is 178. So this is 56 into 10. 56 into 3 is 178. So can we say approximately 13 times? 178 आना चाहिए, we are getting 176. 600, 736. The difference is that of 56. कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं. 160, 70. अच्छा देखो ये 190 होगा. See? So the difference is that of 46. 49 plus 121 is 170 and not 180. 170 plus 20 is 190. So 46 का difference है. ओके, वही मेरे को लगा कि ये पॉइंट्स में क्यों आ रहा है, व्हाई आर वी नॉट गेटिंग द एग्जैक्ट आंसर, मे बी आई हैव मेड सम मिस्टेक. So 46 into 10 is going to be 460, and since we need a 6, so obviously ये 6 times होना चाहिए. 46 into 6 is going to be 276, which will give us 736. So how many times? 16 times. If this is 16 times, that means everything is going to be 16 times. है ना? Question asked is, what is the actual cost of the original granite stone? It's actually 1600 times. Actual granite stone. So actual granite stone कितना था? So the weight is 24, remember? So 24 square into 1600. Now this will be a number that will end in double zeros. 24 square ends in a 6. 6 into 6 should end in a 6. So it should be 600 वाला. 600 वाला एक ही option है. ये. So did not calculate 24 square being 576. फिर 576 का 16 times. इतना नहीं है हमारे पास time. Right? So just looking at the last digit will give us the answer. Hold on. 24 square और ये 1600 है. फोर 16 49 121 18 20 24 6 6 6 6 190 144. क्या मिस्टेक हो रहा है? 36 into 4 146 is what we have. There is no mistake, right? Calculation mistake मेरे को तो नहीं दिख रहा. I'll check the chat if somebody can pick out the mistake. 6 square क्यों? So Chanda 6 square because it is given. The formula is जो भी weight है उसका square करो, that becomes the price. So if you add all of this, the weight overall is 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 11, which is 24. 24 का breakup एक बार 2 4 7 11 हुआ है. In the next case it says it's get broken into 4 equal parts. 24 का 4 equal parts will be 6 6 6 and 6. Right? So for price आप square कर लो and add karo. That will give you the price of each part, and then when you add it, you will get the overall price. In the question, it is given actual cost of the original granite. Original granite का weight जो है वो 24 है. So its price will be 24 square. But the multiplier we have seen as per the ratio concept is 1600. तो ये 1600 times होना चाहिए. That is the reason. नहीं वीरेंद्र, ये 144 नहीं पूछ रहा ना. The question is asking what is the actual cost of the original unbroken granite stone. 24711 वाला जो केस लोगे या 6666 लोगे, these all are broken वाला granite stone, right? Unbroken will be a 24 kg का. तो ऐसे देखो, 24 kg का granite stone है. This 24 kg breaks down into 4 parts: 2 kg, 4 kg, 7 kg, 11 kg. 2 kg का प्राइस 4 rupees, 4 kg का प्राइस 16, 7 का प्राइस 49, 11 का प्राइस 121, टोटल प्राइस 190 rupees, 1000 rupees, I don't care. ठीक है, रेशियोज का काम कर रहे हैं ना, तो वी वर्क विद स्मॉलर नंबर्स, वी लास्टली लुक एट द मल्टीप्लायर सो दैट वी डोंट डील विद वेरिएबल्स. सेकेंड सिनेरियो इट सेज सेम 24 kg का जो स्लैब था ग्रेनाइट stone, it breaks into 4 equal parts, each part being 6. So the price of each 6 kg का granite stone becomes 36 each, right? So total price आ जाता है 144. पहले 190 rupees था first time when it broke down. Now the price reduces to 144. So there is a reduction of 46 rupees का reduction हमें आ रहा है as per our values. As per the question, it says it's not 46 rupees, it's 73,600 rupees. तो देख लेते हैं कि हमारा ये सैंपल था, actual one is a larger one, so extrapolate it. See how many times it is. When we calculate that, we got 1600 times, which means everything is going to be 1600 times. बोले तो वो जो आपको 36 rupees आ रहा था या फिर 49 rupees आ रहा था, those were not sample values, ना छोटे amount. उसका 1600 times if we do it, we'll get the actual price of the granite stone parts as per the question. Now, what is asked here? The thing that is asked is what is the actual cost of the original granite stone unbroken? अब ये 2, 4, 7, 6 and 6 ये सारे broken वाला part है ना. Unbroken will be a granite stone of 24 kg. So 24 kg का price कितना होना चाहिए as per our calculation? 24 square, isn't it? पर we know कि price जो है 1600 times है. So 24 square into 1600. So that's what we have written. And इसको solve करना है तो आप पूरा मत करो, double zero तो आएगा ही. 24 square will end in 6. 6 into 6 will end in a 6. There is only one option with a 6. So ये C ही होना चाहिए. ठीक है? I hope now it is clear. So C will be the answer. Archana, no. Question says the cost varies directly with the square of its weight. So weight is 24 kg, but the price is 24 square. ठीक है? Not everything's price is directly to what you see. Diamond का price, suppose 1 carat diamond is priced at 10,000 rupees. आपको क्या लगता है? 2 carat diamond 2000 होता है? इस हिसाब से तो 100 carat diamond तो कुछ लाख में आ जाएगा. नहीं. With every carat, the price is some cube and 4th power times. So as you double the carat of a diamond, price double नहीं, वो कुछ 10 times, 100 times हो जाता है. ठीक है? So not everything is priced linearly. So this price is given in such a way. I hope that part is clear. Snap question. What comes next in the following series? 5 minus 20, 100 and 5 minus 520. Got it? ठीक है, चलो. Good, good. तो what is the pattern here? So snap है, तो pattern कुछ भी हो सकता है. So you have to be careful. See, it's a snap question. Obviously, when I'll be writing down the snap exam, मेरे दिमाग में चल रहा होगा, अरे snap है, simple है. So if I only look at the pattern, we have 5, 0, 5, 0. Alternate चल रहा है ना, last digit if you look into it. Right? तो B और C तो नहीं हो सकता because the next number should end in a 5. Next, 0, 5 are the last two. 2, 0, 0, 5, 2, 0. तो लगता नहीं है 0, 5 आना चाहिए. This is a very weird logic which has nothing to do with calculation wise. मैंने कोई concept use नहीं करा. I simply observe the pattern in the way the numbers are written. ठीक है? So ये सब चीज simple exams में काम चलता है. It works. But if I want to be confident, I will have to find some pattern there, right? So क्या होना चाहिए कि such that 5 becomes minus 20 and minus 20 becomes 105 and 105 becomes minus 520. So what we realize is minus 24 times है और 20 का हो जाएगा हमारे पास. So this is minus 4 times. 20 का कितना times 105 होता है? 5.25 times? नहीं? 20 into 5 is 100 and 20 into 1/4 is 5. So 20 into minus 5.25. What about this? if I make it 5 times, तो ये 525 आना चाहिए हमारे पास, but it looks like it's not 525. ये उससे कम है, so it's going to be 4 point something. So weird. पहले -4, then increases, then further decreases. So not the correct pattern, है ना? Doesn't make sense. कुछ और जुगाड़? 20, 4 into 5, 2 into 2 into 5, 105, 3 into 5 into 7, 520 is 104, which is 2, 3. The prime factorization is also weird. See, 5 ka prime factorization is 5. 20, I'm ignoring the minus sign. This is 2 into 2 into 5. For 105, we have this as 3 into 5 into 7. For 520, we have 13 into 4. So we will have 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 13. 13 into 4 is 52. 2 into 5 is 10. The number of prime numbers are not increasing. So it has got nothing to do with prime numbers. Does it have to do with differences? It reduces by 25, then it increases by 125, then it reduces by 625. Yep. Now is the turn for an increase of, these are powers of 5, right? 25 being 5 square, 125 being 5 cube, this being 5 to the power 4. So next wala jo change आना चाहिए वो 5 to the power 5 आना चाहिए. How many of you don't? How many of you know what is 5 to the power 5? In other words, 625 ka 5 times. This is 3125. So it was getting subtracted, then it was getting added, subtracted. Now is the turn for addition. So when we add 31252 minus 520, we will have 05 at the end. Obviously, there is only one option. आप solve कर सकते हो 3125 minus 520, that will also work. Right, Shubham. ठीक है, so in either way we will be getting the same answer. पर I personally use the pattern इस तरीके से पहले, बहुत ही बचकाना pattern पहले ढूंढो. If you see only one option, go ahead with it. Don't waste your time because you never know in which question what logic is going to be used. I should have looked into the differences first. That's how it should happen. पर मेरे को लगा कि थोड़ा it's a random change. So getting increasing, it's decreasing. If we had more terms, we could have looked into alternate terms of a series. पर था नहीं हमारे पास. ठीक है. Question number 9, again a snap question. So it has to do with more of common sense rather than the value, as in calculation. If from a square of side 200 centimeter, a quarter of a radius 28 centimeter is cut from each corners, then find the area of the remaining portion. Okay. So ये अपने पास 200 side का square है. 28 centimeter radius का 4 corners have been cut. So what is the area of the remaining portion? ये वाला dotted portion का area कितना है? Can we say this will be the difference of the areas of the square and that one circle? If you bring in all the quadrants together, it will result in a circle with the same radius as being 28. है ना? So that's the calculation we need. So it's going to be 200 square minus pi r square. Now this is not an easy calculation. Look at the last digits of the options. They are unique. तो अपन last digit पे ध्यान देते हैं. 200 square will end in a 0. 28 square की जगह let's write down 28 into 28 to make it easier to understand. This will become 4 times 2 into 4 will end in a 8. 8 into 8 will end in a 6. Sorry, 8 into 8 will end in a 4. So a number that ends in 0 minus a number that ends in 4 should definitely have a number that ends in 6. There is only one option that ends in 6. B becomes the answer. ठीक है, तो exam decides how you are going to proceed. Had this been a CAT question, तब तो आप ऐसे नहीं कर सकते. ज्यादातर आपको थोड़ा सा आगे तक सोचना पड़ता है. Okay. NMAT, how many different ways can two students be seated in a row of 4 desks so that there is always at least one empty desk between the students? Look at the options. We can actually make cases, right? So let's say these are the 4 desks, है ना? अब कैसे बैठा सकते हैं दो लोगों को? So student A sits here, student B sits here. या vice versa कर दो. Count होना चाहिए ना? Students are unique, so who sits where it matters. Okay, the next one is if A sits here, then B sits here. तो B को इधर कर लो, A को इधर कर लो, ये भी एक केस होगा. Now we can't make it there. So now that AB should move down. So when it moves down, the only place B and A can sit is over here. So we'll have 6 cases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cases होंगे और ये हो जाएगा. We do not have an option more than 6, so we do not have to worry about it कि कुछ miss तो नहीं हो रहा. That is the best thing that happens to us when we are solving the counting questions. कि options are 8, 9, 10, 11. आपको 11 cases मिल गए. Great. But if you are stuck at 8 or 9 cases only, तो एक डर रहता है कि ऑप्शन में 10, 11 क्यों है? Are we missing out on one of the cases or more than that? Right? So 6 is the answer. Next, the sum of 4, 44, 444 up to n terms is. बहुत ही simple है. Algebra question, and when you have options, all you have to do is put the values. N की value 1 put कर लो. If I take n is equal to 1, I'm talking about 4. If I take n is equal to 2, I'm talking about 4 plus 44. 2 means sum of first 2 numbers, 48. That means if I put the same values in the options for n, I should be getting 4 and 48. देखते हैं n की value 1 रख के 4 किधर से आता है. So if I put n is equal to 1 here, first option will give me 40 by 81 into 8 minus 1, 7. Minus 5 into 4 by 9. Weird. 280 minus 20 into 9. 180 upon 81. 4 तो नहीं देगा. If I take n is equal to 1 here, the second option will give me 40 upon 81 into 7 minus 4 into, acha 5 into 1 tha na, sorry guys, this was 5 into 1. So this will give us 45 and not 180. Which is 235 by 81. Now 235 by 81 nahi hoga solve, koi fark nahi pada. 4 into 1 by 9, which will give us 280 minus 9 into 4, 36 upon 81, which will give us 244 by 81, not divisible. So B is not your answer. C option gives us 40 by 81 into 9 minus 4 into 1 by 9. So 9 and 9 cancels. 40 minus 4 is 36 by 9, which will result in a 4. So C may be the answer. If you look at option D, D same hai, but 4 by 9, 4n by 9 ki jagah, they have subtracted 5n by 9. That's the only change. So obviously we will not get a 4 there. क्योंकि पहला 4 there है, उसमें से you subtract further 4 नहीं होगा ना, कम हो जाएगा. So D is definitely not the answer. C is the answer. Right? So algebra means smart. Put the values. XAT question. So XAT hai, so be prepared. A rectangular swimming pool is 50 meters long and 25 meters wide. Its depth is always the same along its width, but linearly increases along its length from 1 meter at one end to 4 meters at the other. How much water is needed to completely fill the pool? In other words, we need to find out the volume. So इसके लिए पहले हमारे पास फिगर चाहिए सही वाला. So suppose this is the pool we have, right? I'm not writing down the values either. It says कि width wise you have the same depth, but as you move along the length, इसका depth बढ़ते जाता है. So that means from this particular perspective, you have the perfect. ये वाला. Okay, so this is more like a wedge, right? It looks that bottom is square. It doesn't matter. What are the values that we are aware of? So I'm saying this is 1, this one is 4, and so does this. This particular width is 25 and this particular length is 50. ठीक है. And this one is 4. मैं इधर लिख लेता हूँ. So how should we find out the volume of this? Volume find out करना है. तो हम क्या करने वाले हैं? What we are going to do is we will look at this particular surface. ठीक है? If you look at this particular surface, can we say this is what it is going to look like? This particular length being 50, this particular length or side being 1, sorry ये 4 नहीं है, ये 1 है, and this one being 4. Question arises, what kind of shape is this? This is a trapezium, where obviously these two sides are parallel, right? This one is perpendicular, anyways, that's not our concern, and this is the slant part. So if I want to calculate the area of this particular trapezium, can we say this can be written as half into sum of parallel sides into perpendicular distance between them, which results in 125. अगर आप check करोगे तो, है ना? 5 into 25. Now, how do we calculate this volume? So whenever you have such a shape, so suppose if I take a rectangle, उस rectangle के पीछे if I stick one more rectangle, if I stick one more rectangle, if I keep on doing this, I will get a cuboid. So you take a face, any face, और देखो उसका depth कितना है, as in how many such shapes are being pasted one behind the other. So if I look at this particular one, so can I say कि एक के पीछे एक इतने paste हुए होंगे? How many are getting pasted? 25 of them. So the volume is going to be area into one of the dimensions. 125 into 5 is 3125. So that becomes your volume. Good, Archana. Good. I hope that is clear. कोई doubt नहीं इधर? XAT का question looks little tricky, but आसान ही था, उतना मुश्किल भी नहीं था. Was there any other way to solve this? किसी और तरीके से कर सकते थे क्या? हाँ, there was one more way to solve this. ठीक है? So I will show you the other way, which is more common sense. If you had not known this approach, कि you take a particular face का area and see how many times it goes. The face should be a flat one, okay? Curved नहीं. So I will draw the shape of the swimming pool. ठीक है? ठीक है. So this is like a wedge. ठीक है, मैं थोड़ा सा ऐसे बनाना चाहूँ, थोड़ा ये साइड से ऐसे दिखता है. If I take this same shape, rotate it, can I say this is the shape I will be getting? Same shape, rotate कर दिया. As in, if this is 1, now this becomes 1. If this is 4, this becomes 4. Which means I'm going to put different shade ले लेते हैं. I'm going to put the same shape इधर में. Right above it, पर रोटेट करके. सी रोटेशन डजंट चेंज द एरिया, वॉल्यूम, ये सारी चीजें चेंज नहीं होती है इफ यू रोटेट थिंग्स, राइट. So when I do so, can I say I actually end up getting a cuboid? अगर मैं पेस्ट कर दूं, where the marking is such, it's more like this, ऐसा कुछ marking है, where this is 1, right, this length is 4, this length is 25, this length is 50. So what is the volume of this entire cuboid right now? 50 into 25 into 5, length into breadth into height, right? Now, if I ask you, what do you think, what will be the volume of this bottom half and what will be the volume of this top half? Well, मेरे क्वेश्चन में ही आंसर था. When I'm saying half, पार्ट नहीं बोल रहा ना, बॉटम पार्ट एंड टॉप पार्ट, बॉटम हाफ एंड अपर हाफ सेम ही होगा ना, बिकॉज रिमेंबर वी हैव टेकन द सेम वेज एंड प्लेस्ड इट अबव इट, बट रोटेट करके, so that we don't get a wedge, we'd rather get a rectangle, sorry, a cuboid. So can we say half of this, which results in 25 into 25 into 25, which is same as 5 to the power 5. हमने अभी अभी पिछले कुछ क्वेश्चन पहले देखा था, 31 25, anyways आंसर होना चाहिए, right? So 3D geometry, sorry, 3D mensuration, 2D mensuration, even geometry, it all comes down to visualization. Can you manipulate the figure so that the solution becomes easy, which comes with practice. It doesn't happen with formulas. Formula आप use करते हो तो you get stuck. ठीक है, चलो. Thank you everyone for joining. Please, before you leave, make sure that you give a like. ठीक है, that's all that is asked. People who are new to us, you can download our app and you can unlock our app for free trial for next 3 days. आप अपने डाउनलोड करके you put in your contact number on the free trial, start free trial वाले बटन में, and you will be able to use it. People can buy our 2023 mock series, test series, which includes 25 CAT mocks and more than 55 non-CAT mocks, 10,000 practice questions, 3 all India open mock videos, open mocks with video solutions. Obviously every mock has video solutions, detailed mock analysis and everything. A new batch has already begun. Okay, for this year's CAT, if you are still targeting, if you are still late, don't worry, we are here to help you out. These are all the giveaways, starting with more than 300 engaging videos, more than 135 live sessions, concept building and problem solving, 10,000 more practice questions, help with GDP IIFT, right? On 27th of August at 11 a.m. Please make sure that you join us for live mock analysis. Okay, the first All India Open mock that we had, we are going to discuss that. What kind of paper it was, what kind of score should you expect in such a paper. And people who are targeting classroom program, the online classroom program, you can avail up to 90% scholarship. For that, you will have to write on a scholarship test. The scholarship test date is 27th of August at 11 a.m. Make sure that you register for this or avail karo huge scholarship. Don't forget to check out our social media channels. Do join our Telegram group. Okay, you can ask your doubts there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope today's session was a bit helpful. I'll see you guys again very soon. Until then, take care.